Okay, welcome. Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So welcome to my presentation again. Already we have discussed in our previous classes about the zoo wildlife sanctuary, wildlife simply, conservation, preservation, wildlife importance, duties of and responsibility of a zoo officer like this, and maybe laboratory animals. So we have discussed already in our previous classes. Just we shared, right? So today the topics that I am going to be presented for all of you students. Here you see my slide, first slide here, the pet animals. So here it is very clear that today my topics is pet animals. I think all of the students, you are well known about the pet animals because you are a veterinarian graduate. I mean that you are going to be veterinarian graduate. So pet animal is the big opportunity for all of you guys because you will be a pet also. And especially the pet animals is very important concept in foreign countries, especially USA, Canada, South Korea, Japan, and China, and a lot of countries I saw. And I visited countries and I saw their affection in pet animals. And the treatment of pet animals in abroad is very expensive also. But in Bangladesh, we have some pet animals, we have some pet owners. So day by day, it is increasing. In our faculty, in our university, our students, they are doing some treatment for pet animals, and every day the pet animals is coming with their owners. Okay. So I think that will be the good opportunity for all of you if you know well about the pet animals treatment, pet animals medication, pet animals vaccination, pet animal rearing, pet animal management, and pet animal production and reproduction, all of everything. So বাইরের দেশগুলোতে pet animals treatment করে স্যার private sector আছে স্যার? Yeah, exactly. Pet animal private sector we have, but the practitioners, they are veterinarian. Okay, I mean that when you will be graduated and then you will set up a veterinary clinic privately, and then you do the treatment for pet animals, and it is a good business in Dhaka city because my almost 10 or 15 number of students graduated from Sherbangla Agriculture University. They are doing in private clinic business, and they are doing well. They are doing well also. So privately, you can do the business regards to the pet animals treatment, vaccine, medication, etc., and also the feeding also. So it is that it is our field. I mean that veterinarian fields, it is pet animals especially. So firstly, we have to know about the pet animals. What is pet animals? So let's talk about the pet animals definition. Very simple, very simple. So pet animal are those animals in the world which are associated with human being with emotional attachment. Emotional attachment. I mean that if you rear any animals, either it will be cat, either it will be dog, either it will be insect, rodents, either it will be different animals, no problem. But first condition to be a pet animal is to be attached with mental attachment. Okay, emotional attachment. If you have no emotional or mental attachment with dead birds or animals, you never classify it is pet animals. So the first condition to be a pet animal must be attached with the emotional concept with the owners or with the human being. So if you don't clear the concept, please let me know. So now we are going to talk about the importance. Why the pet animals are important? Number one, companionship. So in USA, almost 70% people they are attaching with the pet animals. 70%, 70%. They have no, just like they have no friends, they have no children, they have no husband, they have no wife like this. They are alone, but they are happy with the pet animal. So this is the emotional attachment. So it makes the companionship between the owners and their emotions. Okay, and second one is the mental health, stress, rescue, heart health, emotional and social skill for children. And final one is food also. Okay, cow, cow or cattle, birds, as it is a pet animal or birds, but after rearing and sometimes you may eat its meat. So food also the great source of pet animal. So here the definition and importance I already mentioned. First, see the types of pets animal. Which animals or birds? The birds is also animals because I already shown a classification, zoological classification or classification of lab animals like this. So now here I am trying to show the types of pets animals. See here the dogs, cats, it may be birds and reptiles and different types of rodents. And it may be fish also pet animal. It may be insects and arthropods also pet animals and horses and exotic pets, whatever exotic pets and farm animal also. So these are the animals, birds, insects, rodents, fish. I am trying to show that what are the, especially insects and arthropods. This is a famous pet for the Japan. Japanese they like it most compared to other species, other animals, birds. It is shown frequently in the Japan insects and arthropods. Anyway, so already we have known about the pet animals and what type of pet animals are available in the world. So now I am talking about the dog breeds, and today the topics is the dog breeds. What are the available dog breeds and dog breeds classifications, and what about the genetic resource in Bangladesh regards to dog breeds and housing of dog breeds or housing of dogs, feeding and their POPs management, etc., etc., vaccination schedule, etc. I'm trying to cover all of the concept, all of the content that I mentioned already. Okay. So the dog breed in the world have some groups, and these groups we may classify into 7 categories. Number one, you see here working groups of dogs. So in right side, I have given some examples. So here, huge examples here I have written. Working dogs. So very simple. The dogs. The purpose. What is the purpose of this type of dogs? Herding. Herding dogs groups is also same like as working dogs, but they are specifically stock management just like as breeder. From here, you can breed and then you can develop the working type of dogs. So mostly similar working and herding dog breed groups are mostly similar, but herding group is simply working, strongly working and quick movement. This is the herding group of dogs. Anyway, hound. Hound group, that means it indicates the hunting. What type of hunting? Can you anybody can you tell me uh, in Bangladesh do we have any dog breed? Sharail. Yes, sir. Any dog breed? Sharail, sir. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It is Sharail, and it is a hound. It is hound group dog breed. Hound. Bangladesh, we have only one dog breed renowned in the world. It is Shorail, and it is located, uh, the Shorail Upazila under the district of the Varia, Brahmanbaria. So this dog is classified as hound group of dogs. Anyway, sporting groups. So this type of dogs, these are used mostly in sporting purpose. Different types of sporting we are watching in our geographical channel or different games. We can see. And non-sporting, I mean that these are not used as sporting. And terrier group, that means uh, you know some foxes and some rodents. They hide inside the hole or inside the jungle. So this type of dog breeds we can use to identify or to capture those foxes or those type of rodents. Okay. And final one is the toy group. Toy group is very simple, just for entertainments and just for play. Just this is called the toy group. So you see here total 7 categories of groups dog breeds available in the world. So can you see here? I am trying to show. I mean that you see the visually have any differences among all of the group of dogs. You see, the first one you see here, this one is the 40 most popular working groups of dogs. You see the herding groups, you see the popular hound group, you see the popular sporting group dogs and non-sporting and terrier, and finally the toy group. You see, just pictures I am trying to show that I mentioned the 7 group of dogs are available. So these are the figures. I mean that at 40 or sometimes it is 25 of groups together. I mean that just make a just idea about the uh, different types of dogs, their body condition, BCS, body condition score how much, and what's the figure you see here, everything. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about the 10 popular dog breeds in the world. 10 popular dog breeds in the world. So first popular dog breeds in the world, now you can see with one by one I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. So this one is the Labrador Retriever. You see, Labrador Retriever figure. The second one is the French Bulldog. You see. The third one is German Shepherd. Well, it is well familiar, well famous. And number 4, Golden Retriever. And number 5, Bulldog. You see, his face is just like bulldog, bulldog. Number 6, you see, 6, Poodle. It's called a Poodle. And Bengal. This is the Rottweiler. And German Shepherd. It is German Shepherd. You see. And this is the final one, Dexhart. So these 10 popular dog breeds mostly use over the world. Okay, so what about the Bangladesh? What about the Bangladesh and Bangladesh dog? So we have one dog already you mentioned. One is the Shorile dog breed. But different street dog are available in Bangladesh. So do you know the origin of this type of dog breed? Can anyone tell me, please? What about the street dog? Anybody, please? Oh, it is. Huh? You see, in our country, especially in Dhaka or other city, when we are moving here, we see different types of dogs are available in the street. Okay, so this type of dog breeds come from the um, South South Africa, Congo, and this type of dogs in Bangladesh, we say this type of dogs is called Basenji, Basenji dog, Basenji dog, Basenji dog. This is not just like a typical breed, but it is different type of mixing breed come from the South Africa, Congo. Uh, they are called Basenji dog. Basenji dog. Available. You see, available everywhere, everywhere. In roadside, marketplace, different types here and there. You see many dogs breed are available, but this is not our native dog, but this is the Basenji dog come from South Africa. Okay, somehow migrated. Okay, so what about the owners of Bangladesh? What type of dogs they are rearing and they mostly like to rear? You know, first dog, this is Shorile. This is Shorile, you see, black and white, you see. This is the Shorile breed of dog. And mostly in our Bangladesh context, they mostly like, the Pomeranian dog breeds, you see. This type of dogs we are available, see. Okay, you see, we see available this type of dogs. Pomeranian. This one, just like our, just like street dog in Bangladesh, the second one, below the second one pictures, you see, Indian Pariya dog. It is Indian Pariya. And another we see the Spitz, this white one, Spitz. And final one, Labrador. It is also, we see in Bangladesh. So these four types of dogs are available in Bangladesh. We see different owners comes with this type of dogs in our clinic and in our area for their medicine or any disorder problem like this. So okay. So now housing of dogs. The house of dog is called the kennel. Kennel, kennel. Housing. So housing issue for dogs is very simple, but what the dogs, they are very aggressive. Here you have to give more attention in terms of if it is aggressive, you have to isolate the types of dogs and be separated from other dogs. Okay. And nowadays a plastic kennel is available. Plastic kennel types of housing is available, and you may buy and you can rear your dogs inside home or outside home. Available kennel. So here I mention about some characteristics of kennels. What type of kennels? Kennels may be made of plastic. It may be made of the wood. Also, it may be made of iron or other galvanized types, different polywood sheets. It may be made. So these are available. If you are interested to rear the dog, you can buy any types of kitten, a kennel for your own dogs. Anyway, so you have to And here I mentioned about height. Height should be 15 to 20 centimeter of the kennel. And for breeding dog, open the pens with the fencing ideal for exercise. Must you have to provide. And the height of the fence should be minimum 2.2 meters. Anyway, the floor must be spread with a thick layer of soft grasses, straw, sandy, or ash. We should be free from any sharp objects. So it must be considered during prepare the kennel for your pups, for your dog, mature dog. Okay. So the dimension of the kennel in size. Okay. We divide the whole dogs into three categories: heavy dogs, medium dogs, and small dogs. So here I mentioned what the length should be for heavy dogs, wide and height. So it is very simple issue. You may learn if you are interested in housing context. Anyway, very simple informations. So now it is the feeding of dogs. So what type of feed the dog like or mostly like? The firstly, non-vegetarian diet. So dog can eat the meat. So in meat, you may provide the different edible organ like the heart, liver of the animal, kidney, or clean chopped viscera, etc. Everything you may provide to your dog. Fish and fish meal also, they are very accustomed to fish and fish meal. Poultry and poultry offals, okay, no problem. Fat and edible fatty tissue, no problem. So non-vegetarian diet you may provide to your dog. And if any owners or entrepreneurship will come to your home, to come to you, visit your place, come to your come to your lab, you may suggest later I will this again. Okay. Fine. So we provide the meat and milk products. So different cereal. Wheat, jowar, basta, barley, oat, corn, rice, etc. You will provide. And cereal byproducts. Okay, we know that after the main products, it is the byproducts. You may provide also different byproducts, different brand. Okay, you may provide the pulse. You may provide the vegetables and fruit also. Feeding care. Basically, the dog like mostly the natural diet. So, as a practitioner, you have to suggest the natural diet, including the raw meat, raw vegetables. That raw form. Okay. So nowadays, the the pellet, uh, dog chew pellet are available in different markets, but it is very harmful if you do the continuation. It will make a big problem for the dogs. Anyway, so for the pups, raw eggs is totally prohibited for the dogs because the raw eggs contain the avidin. It's enzyme, and this enzyme has the function by reducing the vitamin C, reduce the anti-vitamin C resistant, anti-vitamin C, avidin enzyme. So if you supply the raw eggs to the dog, so it may be harmful because it has some avidin containing, and it has its action in anti-vitamin C. Okay. And always we can separate the
স্যার অনেক রেপটাইলস যে র এগ খেয়ে ফেলে তাদের এটা প্রবলেম হয় না?
ওটা reptile ক্ষেত্রে it is not problem for reptiles, but it is problems regards to the dog. Okay. So reptiles ক্ষেত্রে in future, in next we have one more class about the reptiles and birds. So we will talk about the feeding schedule, feeding abnormality, feeding we have to discuss in later. Everybody is the problem because the stomach is different and they are physiology is also different. That's why sometimes their stock orientation and their body physiology sometimes associate with the different actions with different movement. So that's why evident here is a problem. It is anti-vitamin C for the dogs. Okay, and drinking water change frequently, and it is very important that when you feed the dog, you have to maintain the time schedule. I mean, fix the time. I mean, if you feed the animals, okay, when you feed today and tomorrow you will maintain the same schedule, same time. Okay, and you have to give the time for feeding 30 minutes, not more than 30 minutes. Okay, maximum allow for feeding of the dogs is 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes later, all of the feed you must be collected and it is thrown down outside, but never it must be considered that never supply the same feed and throwing feed to the dogs again. Always supply the clean and fresh feed. Okay, so wastage feed is never be recommended to supply again. Okay, so I did mention. Okay, so I mentioned that the raw meat contain iodine. So does it recommended to provide the egg for the dogs or prohibited, fully prohibited? Okay, I mentioned that if you need to supply the egg to the dogs, must be boiled, because if you boil the eggs and then iodine enzyme, the function will be deactivated. So ultimately, it will not be hampered the vitamin C synthesis. So that's why if you need to supply the eggs, so we are recommending that always supply the eggs to the dogs by boiling, and you can continue, no problem. Okay, so now it is the nutrient requirement for the dog. You see here the chart. Nutrient, the crude protein almost 18 to 20. I mean that almost for our poultry birds 18 to 20, and for poultry birds almost it may rise 22 up to 22. Fat 4 to 5, fiber 6 to 10, ash 3 to 5,